And so begins Sefer Dvarim, a book of words written in the first person by a person who hated to speak. We met our teacher when he was young and quickly learned that he had difficulties with speech and wasn't comfortable speaking publicly. Where were the words of our future teacher, a person destined to lead a stiff-necked people out of slavery? Were those words jumbled as they exited his mouth, or were ideas frozen in his mind and unable to exit through his mouth? Where did those pent-up words live for many years, where his own words were so few? Let's imagine the space for a moment. This space, this room of unsaid words, is the staging area for the unarticulated, thoughts conjured but not yet expressed. Use your imagination and design this room in your mind. I sort of imagined it as a green room, the room used for celebrity guests before they go on stage. Time passed, and 40 years of words accumulated in this room. Maybe the teacher, the one who found it so hard to speak, the one who was modest in every way, grew weary of saying so little, and the coffers began to fill, tentatively at first. But once they started filling, word after word crowded into this sacred space, eager to escape and to find their place in history. The room grew crowded, verbs squeezed into corners, adjectives vied for space with adverbs, past participles exchanged opinions with gerunds, exclamation points picked fights with question marks, subjects pled their cases to objects, nouns assembled in a pile which went from floor to ceiling, were almost overrun by marauding commas. Monosyllabic words made peace with multisyllabic contemporaries, while prepositions stood alone. Infinitives mixed things up with conjunctions. Exclamation points stood guard, while commas napped and periods build up stockpiles for the speech to come. The time was right. The teacher's life neared completion, and he was finally ready to speak, and speak he did. So the doors to the room opened, and the words poured out, one word tripping over another on their way out. The words gathered strength, and like a waterfall, they poured. His words were a drink of water after the time in the desert. On the other side of the door were students who awaited these words. They listened. The words were so strong that even now, we remain the students, and the words of the teacher echo in our ears to this very day.